Hi, my name is Wendy. I'm from Ontario, Southern Ontario, Canada, and I'm part of a team that I helped form called SPIES, Spirit, Paranormal Investigation Exploration Society. Right now we're just a handful of people, but that's okay. We're not big, we're not monetized on YouTube. We are just a group of adults that love the paranormal. On top of that, we have had our own personal experiences that we want to learn more about, find out more about, research, investigate, and we have fun while we're doing it. And we just like to take people along on a journey with us. With that said, there are teams that I follow on YouTube, and there are debunkers I follow. And if any of you know what's happening recently here in 2023, it's currently August of 2023. There's been quite an upset going on. I feel it very heavily, and I've had to try to figure out why. I will mention some names in here of teams. There is Ghost Theory. There is Parple. And I love them both. Ghost Theory turned me on to another debunker named Beardo. I thoroughly enjoy Beardo. I am not a gamer. He is a gamer. I remember being a nurse, and my patient loved Silent Hill. Well, I can't begin to tell you how scared of Silent Hill and watching him play it made me. So when Beardo falls off his chair, I'm there with him on the floor going, what the hell was that? Okay. Anyhow, let's skip ahead. I am tired of people attacking others because they've been, I hate to say influenced. I think people like to attack others when it's in their nature to like to attack. Parple did not attack. I did not get that from the video that he made that everybody believes started this all. I do know from Beardo's feed that the debunking community has been under attack. It's a coordinated attack by those that fake the paranormal. And I will touch on them a little bit later. Parple and Beardo have had copyright claims, strikes, chronic and constant, by those channels that they have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt are faking it. To say that I didn't subscribe to some of those channels, I'd be lying. I sometimes liked the content that was being put out because it was entertaining. But Beardo, who is the first one that I really watched, pointed out that when content is faked, it gives other people who are grieving false hope. And I'm going to explain that in a little bit more terms from my own personal experience in my family, especially. I have a beautiful cousin, Bonnie, who lost her wonderful son way too early. I'm sorry, excuse me. And the person that killed him died before they were ever able to be held responsible. And the people that helped him cover up what happened. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was a terrible accident, but this man should not have been driving. Let's put it that way. And he should have been held responsible at that point because it wasn't his first accident. Anyhow, let's change the details a little bit. I keep telling her to look out because he'll reach out to her. As a parent, I can't imagine losing a child to death. And in such a horrific way. And her friend Cece lost her son in the same accident. And there was a third boy. God, thank God, is okay. But when these fakers put these things out, people are looking for big signs. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. And you get an attachment to these people that are presenting these things. I'm attached to Parple. I'm attached to Beardo. I'm also attached to the shape. I've met other people in their comments that I really, really could see myself being friends with if we were geographically closer. With that said, a smell, a sight, a touch. It can bring back memories of lost loved ones. It could be considered a ghost reaching out. You have a dream. I believe that's the closest we come to the other side is when we dream. Sorry. My mom and I were never really close. We tried. Later in life, when I was an adult, now we tried desperately. But she has reached out. I've seen her. I've seen my dad. Tried to chase him down in the street, and this was not a dream. And they just disappeared. But it was a little face-to-face smile from a distance, and it was lovely. And it gave me a good feeling. I've also had a very horrific experience at a job that almost made me quit. And it made me become an investigator. Became friends with my now roommate. Took him on an exploration investigation. And something happened during, pardon me, I have terrible allergies on top of this. My personal life is a mess right now. But I'm working on it. Anyhow, took him on an investigation. And he had an experience. And he didn't realize he had an experience until later when we were reviewing evidence. Story for a different time. And we watched another investigator in our area on YouTube. And we joined up with him, Vic Green. And we created spies. And we have part-time other members that we call in time to time. And are even willing to go out with people who point out places to us. And we're willing to take them in and, come on, let's go. Let's go investigate it. So if you have an investigation, come on, reach out to us. I'm willing to meet with you if you're in our area. We're in Brantford, Ontario. Anyhow. With that said, This stuff that's going on in the paranormal field right now is very disheartening. Debunkers are being attacked. If you are a real paranormal team, meaning you go out there, you don't fake anything, welcome them. You should welcome them. You have nothing to fear, right? Okay. I don't believe ghost theory fakes. They go out to abandoned sites. I don't know the UK very well, so I'm just going to tell you from my standpoint from being from the US and now up in here in Canada. There are a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of drug addiction. There's a lot of bad things. And that is a very, very, very vulnerable population. And they are fearful. So they come off as aggressive. Most people who are aggressive, they're afraid. Now I may get some hate in the comments. Really, I don't care. You're welcome to your opinion. You're welcome to confront me. That's fine. You want to talk about it? That's fine. I just had a lovely conversation with somebody who was calling me out on something, and I think we could have a friendship. I'm actually very easygoing. I don't judge. I've been told I'm passive aggressive. I agree with that. I can be passive aggressive. It's depending on the situation I feel I'm in. And right now I am very aggressive because of what's going on in the States, in my country, which I sickeningly feel I will never return to, which saddens me. In that regard, though, I have also put things out on YouTube about weather that's been in our area. And I've had some pretty freaking hateful comments just about a weather thing. And to those people that are that hateful, that, you know, well, if there was a tornado, you would have had a tornado siren. I don't hear the sirens. Well, guess what? We don't have sirens in Canada. We have something called a smartphone. And we get the weather warnings on the smartphone. And I go out and I record because I like it. I want to share it. And if you think I'm a head case, and I'm quoting somebody actually in my comments, called me a head case, I've left it there. You're welcome to your comments. I'm not going to be quite so nice coming back. You going to be rude? You're going to get rude. If you're looking for a fight, go elsewhere. You don't like my videos? Don't comment. Don't watch them. There's enough shit on YouTube and social media to last us a lifetime. I think we can all agree with that. Parple, oh my God, I loved you before. I really loved you. After your very last video, I respect the hell out of you. I respect the hell out of you. It is difficult, and I've done this with myself a lot of times. I've had to take step backs and look at me. What have I done? How am I reacting? How am I being with people? And then apologize when I've been wrong. And I hate being wrong. Oh, I hate apologizing. But I force myself to do it because that person that I've wronged deserves it. You have debunked videos and shown how they were faked. Beardo, you too. And John and Shape, sorry. I don't know if you want everybody to know your name. I know you do on the debunking group. Shape, you have you have done the same. And when you're wrong, you admit it. You all have. Shape, you got a little... Not Shape, I'm sorry. Not Shape. Purple. You went a little askew. with the ghost theory one. But you put yourself back on course. And I respect the hell out of that. It was an opinion. You didn't prove it, but it was an opinion. Now, you've reached out to ghost theory. And you have been all along. And you've said you'd rather take that, as ghost theory put it, the parapsychological thing, and go out there and try to recreate it. Which, yeah, prove it. Prove it, absolutely. And if it can't be proven, then you're left with the question, like ghost theory had said, is it paranormal? It's funny because we do the paranormal thing, right? We want to hunt the paranormal. We want to get proof of the paranormal. And then people tear us down. You can't catch things on camera these days. You can't catch things on audio these days. You can't. You can't. If people don't absolutely experience it for themselves, they're not going to really believe. Those of us who have experienced things have a healthy skepticism, I think. I hope. I really hope. Because we should always question. And yeah, I want to see my family, my debunkers, and my real ghost theory and ghost Ouija brothers and Ghost on Trent and I Conjure, all of them. I want them all to be on the same page. I'd like them to all get along. I get that there are personal conflicts. Like I said, ghost theory has turned me on to Beardo, and I can see both sides of what occurred between them. But it's, and do not misunderstand me, it is between them. It does not include anybody else. It's between Beardo, Mrs. Geek, and Ghost Theory. Beardo never said that they were fake. He said, if you ever do fake, I will be there. Beardo is staying quiet in this. Good man. Parple, you have so much on your head with all these coordinated attacks against debunkers. You and Beardo still, I think, facing the defamation. I don't know what's happened with that, but yeah, you can prove that they faked. Absolutely, you can prove that they faked it. That doesn't lessen the fact that this is an attack on you and your integrities. And I find you both to be very honorable men. Honorable in what you do. But this world today in 2023 and for the last few years have been increasingly becoming more aggressive and hateful and, oh my God. Sometimes I can't even get out of bed. I can't even get out of my house. And I've lived through YouTube. That's why my investigating is so important to me, because it gets me out of my head. It gets me away from my problems, and it makes me have fun and be around the people that I love and I respect and I admire. And gosh darn it, I want us to all feel like that. You may not like ghost theory, that's fine. You may love them. Well, I'm not going to lie, that's great. Those faking channels, I subscribe to some of them. The ones that have taken out the copyright claims and the strikes and the defamation and all of that, I'm going to let you know. I have unsubscribed. You know what you're doing is fake. So cut the shit. That's the New Yorker in me coming out. All right? Those of you that have not faked, I hope debunkers reach out to them first. And come to a solution. We got to be better. As a community, we've got to be better. I welcome any of you to look at our videos. We are just a bunch of crazy people. We do not ask for donations. We don't sell merch. We don't do any of that. We have never, I don't think we're even close to that point. And that's fine. We may change that as time goes on because I would like to get to the UK. I want to meet you people in person because I love you. And I love to investigate with Ghosts on Trent. I would love to investigate with Ghost Theory. I would love to investigate with any of you there in the UK that are real. I love to meet you, Parple. Mrs. Parple. Mrs. Geek and Beardo. Sorry, I had to put her first. Shape, never gonna make it to the States, dude. Not the way things are. Lots got to change down there. I miss my home. I wanted to show my kids my family, but I love you all. We've got to be better than the aggressive assholes that are out there. Do I have to bleep that? I don't know if I got to bleep that. I might have to bleep that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a New Yorker and this is my language. But I love you all. Stay sweet, stay honest, stay healthy, stay beautiful inside and out. Because that's exactly what matters. Go give somebody a compliment today and every day of your life that looks like they need it. Even a stranger. Lives change.